Hey everybody, welcome back to my physical world. Today we're going to be talking about the Canadian wildfires that are going on and kind of talk about that and show you some satellite data. So as of today, June 4th, 2025, the wildfires in Canada have burned approximately 5.4 million acres. This figure includes all the fires since May and accounts for a significant portion of the acres burned in Saskatchewan and Manitoba. But looking at the NOAA smoke model, we can see that there are some fires up in British Columbia, and your Saskatchewan fires, your Manitoba fires, a couple there, and then there's some fires in Ontario right here. Okay, so this is the model out to I think tomorrow. But it shows you the path of the smoke that we've experienced here in the lower 48 states. I'm in Ohio, and it is we do have smoke. It makes for nice sunsets, it really does, but it was horrible for viewing the geomagnetic storm that we had. But anyway, this is the NOAA model that shows, like I said, the smoke out till tomorrow, through tomorrow. Okay, so some of the smoke is moving out, and if you look down here at the bottom, you're going to see some. It looks like wispy clouds, but we got to remember that we also have the Sahara dust that's coming across the Atlantic too, and that's going to come up. That's been coming up into the United States too. It's not so much. It's not on this. It's not on this because they're concentrating on the wildfire smoke. But volatile situation in Canada as regards to the wildfires. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into QGIS. I'm going to show you a few images that I downloaded today. And this data is, I believe, this is Landsat data. Yeah, that's Landsat right there, Landsat 9. So this is Landsat data. The image on the right is from May 26th, and the image on the left is from June 2nd. So let's take a look at the May 26th image. Okay, so again, as I do a lot in my band combinations, this is band 7, 5, and 2. 2 infrared bands and 1 visible blue band from Landsat. But we can see, and like I said, I think you guys have seen some of my other videos, especially the last video I did on Blatten, or Blotten, the glacial collapse there. I like to use this band combination because it makes the vegetation green and it makes bare earth oranges and browns. So if we look here, we'll zoom in this area, and remember Landsat data is 30-meter resolution, but it highlights features really well in this band combination. Now if you remember in the Blotten video from a couple days ago, I told you that light blue, cyans, and cerulean blues They signify ice and snow. Well, it also shows smoke. All right, not your regular, not your water vapor clouds. It will show dirty air, basically, in that same color of light blue. So we're seeing the smoke coming off of the wildfires, and these brown to orange patches are burned areas. And if we kind of zoom in here, you can see the leading edge of the fire. And like I said, this was May 26th. And for interest's sake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the thermal band on top of this. And this is going to give you the heat signatures of the fires that are happening in Saskatchewan. So we see the front edge, we see fires burning here. That's the white, that means it's really hot. The shadow or the darkness or the coolness is actually the coolness of the cloud itself. But this is a thermal image, and so it really brings out the leading edges of all the fires. And these are massive fires. Right here, down here in this area here, this is Montreal Lake, the town of Montreal Lake. So it is, those fires are taking up quite a bit of space. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off the thermal image on this particular one. So we got some fire up here, we've got fires here, and these are massive fires. I mean, the Montreal Lake, I mean, that's huge, okay? It's a big lake, big area. So these fires are ravaging as we speak. Now this was, like I said, May 26th, but now we're going to bring in June 2nd, which was 2 days ago, and it's going to be the area to the left. So we'll turn that on. And if you'll notice, okay, I'm going to back and forth on this here a little bit. So if I turn this off, you look at this area right here, okay? This is the difference of what, 7 days, okay? So 8 days actually, because it's Landsat 9, but if we look at this area here and I turn this one back on, we're seeing this burned area up here, and we're also seeing this burned area on the other side of the lake. So if we concentrate on this area, so 2 days ago the fire had spread into this, or new spots have shown up over here, and the smoke, kind of like the NOAA smoke model, shows that smoke moving our way, okay? And then up in here there's some burnt. Now I'm going to bring up the thermal image of this scene, and so you can see the hot spots. I'm really kind of wondering what's going on here. I'm not really sure. Yes, see this right here has me wondering. Oh, okay. We're seeing the layer underneath. This is an area of no data because of clouds, I think. Yeah, that's what that is. Yep, those are the cloud. These particular pixels don't have any data, okay? So they show up transparent. So it's showing the layer underneath in the GIS, in QGIS. All right, so we'll zoom out and we'll concentrate on these areas here, so we can see the hot spots of where the fires are, the fire lines right down here. And then if we turn that off, you can actually see the glow of the fire in this particular satellite image. Okay, and this was from June 2nd. Okay, so to get an idea of where these fires are, this is Saskatchewan, Manitoba. You got fires, you got some fires up here that are just off of the scene that we just looked at. They're just, I didn't download that path of Landsat data, so that just, it's right off the scene. But yeah, this is Montreal Lake, little small town. Okay, so the fires are burning here, and now the fires are raging up in this area, and this is Saskatchewan, Canada. Also, there's some fires up here in British Columbia, and some smaller fires here in Manitoba, and some over here in Ontario. So that is the fire situation that's going on, and I will keep you posted on that. So yeah, this is Landsat image showing the fires in Saskatchewan, Canada. All right, the next video I'll be doing an update on Blotton and what's going on there, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you later.